The year is 1926. Britain, still bearing the scars of the Great War, finds itself grappling with economic turmoil. The once mighty coal industry, the bedrock of the nation's prosperity, is in decline. Miners, the backbone of this industry, face dwindling wages and threats to their livelihoods. The government, grappling with post-war debt, seems indifferent to their plight. Tensions simmer as mine owners, citing falling coal prices, demand longer hours and reduced wages. The miners, already struggling to make ends meet, refuse to accept these terms. The stage is set for a confrontation, a clash of wills between the powerful and the desperate. The miners know the stakes are high. Their fight is not just for themselves, but for the future of their communities. Across the country, a sense of foreboding grows. The miners' struggle resonates with working people from all walks of life. Dock workers, railwaymen, transport workers, all recognize the injustice faced by the miners. They know that if the miners fall, their own livelihoods could be next. A sense of solidarity, of shared destiny, begins to bind the working class together. May 1926. After months of failed negotiations and rising tensions, the miners' strike begins. It's a last resort, a desperate gamble to force the government and mine owners to listen to their grievances. The response is immediate and overwhelming. Across the country, miners down tools and walk out of the pits. Picket lines form at pitheads, a visible symbol of their determination. But this is no ordinary strike. The miners' cause has captured the imagination of the nation. Trade unions representing millions of workers pledge their support. The unthinkable happens. The strike escalates into a general strike. On May 4th, 1926, Britain grinds to a halt. The impact is immediate and dramatic. Public transport ceases. Trains stand idle in stations. Trams disappear from the streets. Buses remain parked in their depots. Factories fall silent as workers lay down their tools in solidarity. The heart of industrial Britain stops beating. The general strike transforms the fabric of daily life in Britain. The familiar rhythm of the city, the constant hum of industry, the clatter of trams and the toot of buses all vanish. An eerie silence descends upon the streets, broken only by the sound of marching feet and the murmur of countless conversations. Shops, their shelves rapidly emptying, are forced to close. Deliveries of essential goods, bread, milk, coal, are disrupted. For the first time, many families face the unsettling reality of empty cupboards and cold hearths. Fear and uncertainty grip the nation. Newspapers silenced by the strike are replaced by hastily printed news sheets. Their pages filled with pronouncements from the government and updates on the strike. Rumors spread like wildfire, fueling anxiety and speculation. The nation holds its breath, caught in the grip of an event unlike any it has ever seen. Amidst the uncertainty and disruption, a remarkable spirit of resilience emerges. Ordinary men and women, refusing to be defeated, step forward to fill the void left by the strike. Volunteers, driven by a sense of community and a desire to help, become the unsung heroes of the general strike. Students take on the role of train drivers and signalmen, keeping essential rail services operational. Middle-class families offer their cars and lorries to transport food and other necessities. Retired policemen direct traffic at busy intersections, ensuring the smooth flow of what little traffic is on the roads. Makeshift kitchens are set up in town halls and community centres, providing hot meals to those in need. Doctors and nurses volunteer their services, tending to the sick and injured. The spirit of 26, a spirit of selflessness and community, becomes a defining moment in British history. Section 5. The Iron Fist in the Velvet Glove. The government, determined to crush the strike and assert its authority, responds with a show of force. Troops are deployed to major cities, their presence a visible reminder of the state's power. Armoured cars patrol the streets, their presence designed to intimidate and deter any potential unrest. In London, the heart of the strike, the government establishes a network of food depots guarded by soldiers. These depots, intended to alleviate shortages, become symbols of the government's determination to break the strike. Despite the government's hardline stance, there is a sense that they are treading a fine line. The sight of troops on British streets, a chilling echo of the Great War, is deeply unsettling to many. The government knows that any escalation into violence could have disastrous consequences. Section 6. Keeping calm and carrying on. Throughout the strike, the British public display remarkable resilience and good humour. Despite the hardships they face, there is a sense of camaraderie, a shared determination to weather the storm. The queues for food and other essentials are orderly, with neighbours helping neighbours. Humour, the great British coping mechanism, is much in evidence. Street musicians entertain the crowds, their songs poking fun at both the government and the strikers. Amateur football matches break out in parks and open spaces, providing a welcome distraction from the anxieties of the strike. This spirit of resilience and good humour is captured in countless photographs and newsreels from the time. These images, beamed around the world, paint a picture of a nation united, even in the face of adversity. Section 7. A week that shook Britain. The general strike of 1926 lasts for 9 days. 9 days that shake Britain to its core, exposing the deep divisions in British society and the fragility of industrial peace. On May 12th, the strike is called off by the Trades Union Congress, or TUC. The decision to end the strike is met with mixed emotions. Some feel a sense of relief, a longing for a return to normality. Others, particularly the miners, feel betrayed. They see the TUC's decision as a surrender, a betrayal of their struggle. The end of the strike does not bring an immediate end to the miners' dispute. They are forced to return to work on the mine owners' terms, their hopes of a negotiated settlement dashed. The miners' defeat casts a long shadow over the labour movement, a stark reminder of the power of the state and the challenges faced by working people. Section 8. The price of peace. The general strike has a profound impact on British society. It exposes the deep divisions between the working class and the ruling elite, the haves and the have-nots. It also highlights the power of collective action, the ability of ordinary people to bring a nation to a standstill. The strike also leads to significant changes in industrial relations. The government, determined to avoid a repeat of 1926, passes legislation restricting the power of trade unions. The Trade Disputes and Trade Unions Act of 1927 makes sympathetic strikes illegal and limits the ability of unions to collect funds for political purposes. The general strike also leaves a lasting legacy of bitterness and resentment, particularly amongst the mining communities who feel betrayed by the TUC's decision to call off the strike. The strike becomes a defining moment in British history, a reminder of the fragility of industrial peace and the importance of social justice. Section 9. Echoes of solidarity. The general strike of 1926 may have ended in defeat for the trade union movement, but its impact resonates to this day. It serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of solidarity, the power of collective action, and the need for a fair and just society. The spirit of 26, the spirit of community, selflessness and resilience, continues to inspire. It is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit, the spirit of compassion and solidarity can shine through. The general strike was a pivotal moment in British history. It was a time of great upheaval and uncertainty, but also a time of extraordinary courage, resilience and compassion. It is a story that continues to resonate today, reminding us of the importance of fighting for what we believe in, the power of unity, and the enduring strength of the human spirit.